This is the story of one of the world's largest publications in 4 stages, and the takeaway of 7 lessons that we will learn that keeps the company successful till date for almost 50 years. Can you guess the name of the company from the following clues? The publication sold 1.82 million copies in 9 languages in 2017. The publication is a household name in most of the Indian states of Maharashtra, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and North India. It reaches nearly 1.4 million households all over the country and many more in other countries too. It is used as an advertising medium extensively by renowned Indian consumer product companies like Hindustan Unilever, Procter & Gamble, Godrej, Dabur, Marico, etc., year after year regularly. Can you guess the name of the publication? Not many people might know that a small publishing firm started over 40 years ago in a small room in Mumbai is where the world's largest selling publication began its journey. Sumangal Publishing Company, a plain and simple company, had a very humble beginning. Stage 1. The birth of idea to solve a need, want, pain or problem. Jayantro Salgaonkar was a person who is known by many Maharashtrians and many Indians to be a great astrologer. He was the first to understand the unmet need of every layman in the western Indian state of Maharashtra. Back in 1973, when the Sumangal Publishing Company was started, he set out to print a simple calendar that had something that no other calendar had, an easy way to understand the Panchang. The Panchang is an ancient Sanskrit text that is better known to the world as an almanac. It lists down details about celestial movements in the skies and discusses the parts of the day that are auspicious and not so auspicious. In India, traditionally, people look at the Panchang before setting off on something important, be it a marriage, a new job or even a surgery. However important this text was to the Indians, not many could read it. The Sanskrit text made it difficult for the layman to comprehend the science and interpret the result of the celestial movements. For many centuries, priests and saints were the only ones who could read sacred texts to a layman, and they charged a fee for their services. Business and entrepreneurship are the art of managing profitable customer relationships. The essence of such a relationship is the ability of a businessman or entrepreneur to act as a marketer to add value to the lives of his customers. The businessman or an entrepreneur must first understand the needs and wants of customers and then offer a solution to satisfy those needs and wants. The businessman or an entrepreneur must be obsessed with creating long-lasting value for his customers. Offering solutions to customers' wants, needs, desires, pain points, and problems is a business or an entrepreneur's single most important goal or mission. Stage 2. Idea to execution. Where everyone saw a difficulty, the business and entrepreneurship mind of Jayantro Salgaonkar saw an opportunity. He used his knowledge of astrology to convert the Panchang into something contemporary and accessible to the common man. He changed the jakas and palas, units of time in ancient Hindu time measurement system, from the Panchang into hours and minutes that were better understood by the common man, and fused it with the Gregorian calendar. He also listed down auspicious days like the Ekadashi, Tej, and Teras from the Hindu calendar and incorporated them into his new almanac, calendar plus almanac, a word that Mr. Jayantro Salgaonkar coined. Auspicious dates, festivals, anniversaries, and other celebrations of the Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Sikhs, Jains, Buddhists, Parsis, and Jews were also listed in great detail and infused into the almanac. The publication was called Kalnirnay, meaning timely decision in his mother tongue, Marathi. Stage 3. The difficulty during market entry. When Jayantro Salgaonkar thought of printing a calendar, his friends ridiculed the idea, and bankers refused to grant him a loan for this project, calling it unviable. However, he was quite confident about his product. Back in 1973, when the Kalnirnay went into print, they printed only 10,000 copies. Salgukar found it difficult to sell the small quantity directly to retailers because retailers were not willing to stock it because they thought customers would not buy it. The reason behind little sales is that although the calendar was a very utilitarian product, people did not purchase it for themselves. It was perceived to be more of a freebie that was gifted than a product to be purchased for self-use. Every year from December to January, all of the shopkeepers, companies, banks, or other service providers would gift their customers calendars of various sizes and shapes. If not, the customers would demand one from them as a right. Thus, a calendar was not a product to buy but a commodity to demand free of cost. Stage 4, alternate way to market entry with proper pricing, the story of direct sales and the initial success. What Jayantro did was he directly contacted the customers instead of depending upon the retailers to sell. He went door to door and sold the calendars. The consumers loved the idea and flocked to buy it. Priced at $1.25 then, the first edition of 10,000 copies sold out instantly. The publishers went on to print and sell a total of 25,000 copies that year. Ever since then, there has been no looking back for the Sumangal Publishing Company. What are the business lessons we can get from this story? To add value to customers' lives, we must first understand them more than they understand themselves. Understanding the market scenario and what a customer needs are the fundamental principles of marketing. An entrepreneur must design a product or service to satisfy the identified needs/wants of his customers and offer the same at an appropriate price. All these steps put together help him create value for the customers and customer equity in the long run. Lesson 1. Define your target audience and provide value to them. The almanac is specifically targeted at the lady of the house. The women take the word in Kalnirnay as gospel truth. It is extremely reliable and gives accurate information about dates according to Hindu calendar. Besides, I get recipes, medical tips, and views of literature on various issues. One seldom gets such a mix in a single package, says a housewife who has been using Kalnirnay for more than 20 years. From recipes to articles written by renowned authors to auspicious dates for various religious functions and marriage muhurats, we refer to Kalnirnay for everything. Then there is a section called Try This Out, which has some interesting ideas like how to remove stains from clothes, or how to preserve nutrition in fruits and vegetables, or how to take care of your skin during winter, or a quick homely remedy for a common illness. These tips to solve common household problems come in very handy. It has a lot to offer, and what you get out of it depends on how much you use it. I preserve my copy at the end of the year and make sure I haven't missed anything before disposing of it, says another housewife who has been using it from the time it hit the market. Lesson 2. Product diversification to suit market needs. First initiated as an effort to simplify the traditional almanac or panchang, it went on to become a blend of an almanac, recipe book, magazine, a source of day-to-day information, monthly forecast, railway timetable, and essential lessons in yoga, and so on. Today, the compilations of the best of Kalnirnay are available for sale in the market. It also has a wide and loyal group of customers as it provides something for everyone at home. We are in the business of communications, not publishing, and it is print communication focused at utilities of the household where printing and publishing are the inputs. We are not just a calendar. We are an annual periodical containing articles on health, food, and other important information which help everyone in the family in their daily lives, says Jayraj Salgaonkar, MD of Sumangal Publishing Company. The value addition that Kalnirnay had in the lives of the customer made a positive impact on both the customer and the firm. Kalnirnay today comes out in 9 languages that include English, Marathi, Hindi, Gujarati, Tamil, Telugu, Punjabi, Malayalam, and Kannada. The almanac makers, who originally focused on Hindus, Buddhists, and Jains, who were the predominant majority in India, have expanded its reach to include the NRIs and other people of Indian origin living away from home. Thousands of Indians abroad use the Kalnirnay as a bridge between the foreign nation they reside in and their homeland. Understanding their need, a special international, West, edition is printed and sold in the UK and the USA. Lesson 3: Value provided rewards the business back. The customers rewarded the publishers with their loyalty and trust. The Kalnirnay has evolved to such an extent that it makes pocket diaries, car calendars, year planners, and traditional desk almanacs. Given the reach and popularity of Kalnirnay among customers from different states in India, many leading companies like Hindustan Unilever, P&G, Dabur, Godrej, ITC, Marico, etc. use the upper and bottom space of each of the front side of the page of the calendar to display their ads. It has become one of their prime media to reach their target customers. Kalnirnay gets sizable revenue from this source that goes into subsidizing the price of the product, thereby making it more affordable to customers and difficult for the competitors. Lesson 4: Segment your customers for easy targeting and providing maximum value. Understanding that customers from different sectors of society would have different needs, Kalnirnay classifies its customers into different segments and offers a separate version of Kalnirnay for each one of them. A Kisan, farmer, Kalnirnay is offered to customers in rural India. The articles in this edition talk about best farming practices, the use of appropriate fertilizers, etc. The Kisan edition, which first came out in Hindi, somehow came to the notice of some oil and agro-based companies in Ahmedabad. They sent us bulk requests for Hindi and requested us to print Gujarati versions also, says a company official. Lesson 5: Stand out from the competition. Today, the market for calendars is estimated to be about 100 crores. What started with the sale of 25,000 copies in 1971 has grown into a big industry. Many new brands have tried to copy Kalnirnay. In Maharashtra alone, there are about 10 brands of almanac that try to simulate Kalnirnay. Most of them have failed. Kalnirnay continues to rule the hearts of Indian housewives. Lesson 6: Set the vision and mission right. The catchphrase of Kalnirnay goes, "If there is a wall, there needs to be a Kalnirnay on it." Kalnirnay still decorates the walls of millions of Indians today and has grown to the extent that it is the world's largest selling publication, with over 1.4 million copies sold annually. Lesson 7: Adopt technological changes. In 1996, they launched their website, and soon after, they released eKalnirnay, a desktop almanac application. Later, they developed a free app with a download of 5 million on Android and phones that cater to the next generation of its audience, constantly keeping in line with the changing times. Kalnirnay goes on today, in providing its users with more timely decisions by being a part of their daily lives, adding value and luck. With time, Kalnirnay has changed. What has remained constant is that it has stayed in tune with the cultural weave of its customers segment-wise.